By the end of this video, you'll be able to build a custom content brief generator that will analyze competitor outlines to write a solid content brief. In the studio, we'll create a new app with a blank template. The goal here is to analyze competitors for a given keyword and pass the content to an AI to generate a content brief. This app will have a single input, that is our target keyword, but you extend it to include a field for additional information, for example, and pass that to the prompt in the final step. Now that we have our inputs, we can begin implementing the logic. First, we want to get the top 3 articles competing for the given target keyword, so we will add a SERPs search function and pass the target keyword reference to it. Whenever you add a new function to your app but you're not sure how to use it, you can hover over the small info icon here, and it will display a mini guide explaining how it works and what it outputs. We can see here that the SERPs search returns a table, with columns like the title, description, block position, and other SERP information. Now, we want to get the contents of the top 3 results. To do so, we can use the scrape web page function. We will add 3 of those in the second step that will run in parallel, fetching the contents for each one. You are probably familiar by now with how data gets passed in your app using the double bracket syntax. Here, however, we are working with structured data. We don't want to pass an entire table as the URL for the scraper. Instead, we can use this dot notation you see me adding here. So 0 corresponds to the first row in our table, and link corresponds to the column containing the page URL. So we will copy and paste this reference syntax across all scrapers here, incrementing the row for each one. Now that we have the contents of the top 3 pages competing for the given target keyword, we will add a chat model function and prompt it to write a well-structured outline. It's a long prompt providing details on how we want the outline to be structured and how to utilize the competitor's content. You can find the full prompt under this video's description or article. We also included a link to the app so you can clone it and view all the configurations. We will select the Claude 3.5 model here, but you can experiment with different models. You can, for example, use Perplexity and ask it to draw in information from various other resources online about subtopics presented in the outline. We can now run our app to get the results. We will use an example target keyword here, generative AI in B2B marketing, and hit run. As instructed in the prompt, it started by providing information such as the word count, meta description, slug, search intent, and more. The core of the brief includes the heading ideas, topics of discussion, media, EEAT, and FAQ ideas, all while taking the competitor's articles into consideration. You can always go back to the prompt and adjust it to include or exclude certain sections. In the next video, we'll be building a content generator that will take this outline and generate the first draft for it.